Welcome back to Artists on Artists on Artists on Artists. This week on the show, boy, do we have a Christmas gift for you. Mall Santas.
The art of being a mall Santa has its origins all the way back from the early 1900s and all the way to today. Today's episode, we'll be exploring what it takes, the process, the approach, and the merry, merry joy that it takes to be a mall Santa.
Now, why is a mall Santa considered Hollywood? Well, if you'll notice, there's a camera taking those photos. Let's listen in.
Ho, 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 everybody. Great to see everybody. Ho, ho, ho.
Jolly, jolly.
Ho, ho, ho. My name is Trevor Winmore. I am, well, on record as the youngest mall Santa to ever exist. I'm 19 years old.
Nice.
Yeah, I know.
Jolly, jolly.
I know. I'm really lucky to be in this role. I'm really happy to be here. It's a really exciting opportunity for me, and I'm really grateful to talk to you guys because you guys are the pros. I'm shaking in my boot covers.
Santa boots.
Santa boots. They look like boots, but they're not boots because they're just plastic I put over my sneaks. But I'm really excited to be with you guys.
Congrats on the Guinness Book of World Records, by the way.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
What an accomplishment indeed.
Thank you guys so much.
For sure.
Thank you.
Hey guys and gals, my name is Rip Kirby. I've been a mall Santa for about 15 years now. Big thing. My mother was the first female mall Santa. Facts. I've got big goals. I've got a whole bunch of wigs, different types of beards. Sometimes they let me go without a beard because I am a woman. And, yeah.
It's so amazing. You're really breaking the candy cane ceiling for all of us. Like,
Yeah.
the fact that you are a woman Santa. You're
Do
not
you ever
Mrs.
play
Claus.
Santa Claus? Mrs. Claus?
Oh, no, never. I'm only a mall Santa, and I don't want to play an elf. And my goal is to get to the Americana in Glendale.
Oh,
That's a big one. Working on my reel for that one.
Oh,
Nice.
speaking of which, that's a perfect introduction to me. I am Andrew McCarthy, and I am the Santa at the Grove, and have been there for the last 9 years.
Holy crackers.
I need to get some advice on that because no one has taken my reel into submission.
Oh, I won't do any coffee hangs.
Okay.
Okay.
No,
Not sure what you said.
whatsoever.
No, I won't talk to anyone coming up in the business because my time is too valuable.
Bummer.
Okay.
Oh, ho, ho. Well, hello, everyone. My name is Nicholas Christopher.
Oh.
Destined for the job at a young age.
Yes, very, very destined for the job. I am a 55-year-old man, and I play good old Saint Nick down in Topanga Canyon for the Malibu kids. Yes, and I do a couple other places. We go up to Ventura every once in a while, and it is fun.
You ever do Hanukkah in Santa Monica?
Well, they don't really have a Santa Claus figure, but I will attend.
Well, they do have one, but it is offensive.
Really true.
Well, ho, ho, ho. Hey, everybody. My name is Matt Lanyard. And I love being a mall Santa because it lets me fly under the radar.
Oh.
What does that
on
mean?
there?
What does that mean, Matthew Lanyard?
Capacity.
Well, we all know how it is. Sometimes you're running from something, and sometimes you need a place to be for a while.
I will say I've listened to this podcast before, and there are a lot of interesting names, but for some reason, Matt Lanyard feels the fakest.
What's weird to me is that it's because I'm wearing a lanyard today.
Oh, because you're a student in training.
Yeah, I'm a student.
That's such a coincidence. My mother gave me that name back when I grew up in Michigan.
That's weird. There's a picture of Michigan right against that wall right over there.
That's so
What
weird and
city
curious.
are you from in Michigan?
Oh! Well, you probably haven't heard of it. The name of the city is Lightbulbsville.
So interesting.
I actually-
Yeah, light bulbs.
My
Bill.
uncle lives there. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
they do.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Then we have a lot to talk about.
Oh my God.
Well, so I want to bring something up that I'm really excited to talk about because people honestly only see us as laps. And that kind of bothers me.
Oh, yeah.
You know, people just use us for our laps.
You'll get used to it.
But something that people don't know about mall Santas is that every year we get drafted by the different places that want us, and we have to go in the big mall Santa draft.
I would like to be in the draft. So I've been working at the same mall for about 15 years, and I've done a lot of submissions, and no one's really asked me to move location.
Well, you can be locked in, you can be contracted, right? Or you can get in the
Overall
draft.
deal or enter
Yeah.
the
I
draft.
think I was the only one that they wanted for one mall.
Which one?
It's Westfield and Sherman Oaks.
That
Oh,
makes
yeah.
sense. That makes
Yeah.
sense. That's not
Oh.
a drafted. That's
No,
a triple A team.
That's a private
Yeah.
sector.
Yeah,
my
I missed
dog
out.
gets her haircut at that one.
What kind of dog do you got?
A poodle.
What's
Oh.
your net worth?
All of us? Let's
No,
go around.
just you.
You sound like Rich. What kind of gigs
You have the voice
slamming?
that makes me wonder what your net worth is.
Oh, well, do I have a voice of a net worth of a six-figure income?
Sure. Like a,
Yeah, actually.
$100,000?
in Los Angeles,
Yeah,
that's
that sounds
pretty
like not.
reasonable.
Sounds like something I could get there. I could get there.
It's $100,000.
okay.
Wow.
Wow, that's big
Oh,
money for
total.
Santas.
Yeah, I mean that's not bad.
Yeah.
How do you guys get paid yearly or?
Yeah, I
gig
make
to
about
gig?
20K. Pretty big stuff.
That's awesome.
And I get a-
hopeful.
I get a
for the
Christmas
year.
bonus every year. $5,000.
Wow.
Isn't that incredible?
That is exceptional.
I
So you
give it
work
right
at the
back to the
mall
kids.
year round, and then you get a Christmas bonus. I'm confused how your Santa works.
Yeah, so I work January through December as a mall Santa.
Sorry, so you take December off?
Yeah.
So you're in the city of Sherman
I
Oaks,
get
You take December off
being
for
a
your...
Yeah.
Santa.
I get replaced on Christmas, but I work the whole year.
So how often do you work per month, let's say?
Every week. There's a special Christmas store in the mall.
Are you like being like an Easter bunny during spring?
Oh
or-
no, I'm just a Santa.
Oh, you're at the Westfield Sherman. They have Christmas year-round.
Yeah.
They have Christmas year-round. That store that's just Christmas year-round.
Yeah.
And you are the Santa that sits on that seat.
Yeah.
And you only get paid $20,000 a year?
Yep. Good stuff. My mom, when she was the first Santa, got paid 10. So I think it's a boost.
Do they consider you a Santa, or do you consider that you work in retail? Like, are you somebody? Are you just an employee of the store, or are you
Yes.
specifically the Santa?
What do you do?
Yeah. So I'm a store employee.
At what store?
And I show up.
Christmas all year round.
Yeah, it's Christmas all year round. It's a.
Oh,
You haven't been to the
We
store?
just said it.
Thought you
4
brought your
seconds
poodle there
ago.
all the time. It's a
It
very
sucks.
small store. It's in the middle. It's one of those kiosks.
You know, I was thinking when you first came on, it seemed so progressive that they would have a female Santa.
Yeah.
But upon rehearing you, it seems like the only time they are willing to not have a female Santa is during Christmas time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're not quite ready.
oh,
Yeah, it's a bummer.
what a drag.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Misogyny sounds hard.
I don't want to make you open up any wounds, but would you mind talking about the challenges you faced as a
Because
female
misogyny
Santa?
does sound very hard.
It sounds really hard.
hard
I'd love
word.
to hear
And there's
about
two
it.
challenges: being a female Santa and being a Santa off season. The 11 months that are not
Yeah.
the season.
It's a challenging time for us women. They don't think that I'm strong enough to hold a lot of children on my laps.
Oh, do you get a lot of the excuse that your lap doesn't have enough square footage that they think your
Oh,
bones will
let's
break?
talk about lap size.
Yeah, I've got a small lap size. Got thick thighs, but a small lap size. So they're worried about that. So that's why I've never made the Christmas cut.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
God, it gets sadder and sadder.
and
the
kids
more
are-
you
sorry.
explain it.
No, kids are coming to you off season.
Yep,
What are they saying? They must be so confused.
they are. Their parents try to get in the pictures early. They just like to sit on my lap and ask me questions.
What kind of? Oh, that is a fun question. What are the questions you're getting?
Oh, that's fun.
Oh, it changes every year, right?
Have you gotten any questions yet?
I've gotten a couple questions.
By the
so
way, you were drafted this year. Let's just go back to
I
that for a
was
second.
drafted.
So how many seasons have you been drafted?
So this was my third season being drafted. So first I got drafted into the Los Alamos Mall, and then I was sent.
So you were 16 then.
I was 16. I started the mall center
Wow.
at 16.
And you've
then
got a full white beard
I
and
got a
white
full
hair.
white beard. I got saggy, old, wrinkly skin. And
Now,
good.
would you say that's genetic, or did something happen to you?
yeah, I've gone to the doctors. They said nothing's wrong with me. This is just how I look, and I look like an old, decrepit man. It's just who I am.
So I
I
bet
don't
it
have any
feels
genetic
good.
disorder. It feels good to be able to use what
to
I got.
use
You
it.
know, they used to call me crazy names, awful, nasty names
Like
in
what?
school. Grandpa.
That sounds
It's
fun.
so awful and nasty.
Yeah.
It was awful. Grandpa, uncle, daddy. They used to call me stuff like that.
Oh, God, if
it
someone
was so
called
hard.
me daddy.
I wish they called me daddy. They called me old bitch.
In school?
Yeah.
Yeah, because we probably all look like we have the face to become Santas, right? I mean, you can tell. I see babies that are born all the time, and I'm like, you're about to be a Santa. Like, you look like a Santa.
Yeah.
Be honest, a lot of babies already look like Santas. They got the chubby face. They got the round face.
Now they're sucking on a cookie.
Yeah, absolutely.
I will say you do look like 16-year-old Benjamin Button. You
Oh,
do
thank
have
you.
that vibe, and I'm
Thank you.
wondering if that maybe is what's happening to you. Do you feel like you're aging backwards?
Do I feel like I'm Benjamin Buttoning? Recently I got into skateboarding, and I wasn't into skateboarding when I was younger. So maybe I'm picking up younger skills all the time. So maybe, I don't know. I would say that I like the questions from the kids because I feel like I can relate to them. They don't know. I'm like undercover young guy for them.
Oh, yes.
You know, so when they ask me questions, what I love is your beard real? And I say, well, why don't you tug on it? And they tug on it.
And they do?
And they do tug on it. And some of it comes out.
I'm jealous of that. When they tug on it, it just comes right off.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. For
Yeah,
you.
because I'm a woman, Santa.
Yeah.
It's tough when the kids ask you questions that you don't know the answers to.
Oh,
Yeah.
and this
Does that
country
ever
is
happen?
this country is making it very hard.
In what,
Are you
in
from
what
a different
way is the
country?
country making it hard?
Politically, I feel like the children are crying out for answers. And it wasn't this way 10 years ago.
No, yeah.
It was just, I want a skateboard, I want a balloon.
And then what are they asking now?
Now they're asking
When will the war end?
Yes, they're asking when
A lot
will
of
the war
questions
end?
about.
Which war are they talking about?
Oh, all
of
of them.
I agree. We must be having the same type of people.
I don't want to talk to kids anymore about if the kid's a Democrat or a Republican.
Oh,
Can't
the-
we all be on the same side?
Oh, it's because the kids are at the Grove, and so they're a little wealthier. They're
little
from
nicer.
the west
The wo-
side.
The least amount of thing I want is a little girl ironclad in Brandy Melville, sitting on my lap with her bony buckus,
Continue.
telling me that her father is a lobbyist for the Democratic Party. That's the kind of thing I have to
Your
handle.
voice is
I
all over
don't
the
know if
place.
I want to work at the Grove. This sounds really intense.
Yeah, that sounds really intense. Did you train somewhere to become a Santa? I feel
Yes, I trained at BADA, British Academy of Dramatic Arts.
Okay.
Okay.
Now this explains the voice.
RADA, the Royal Dramatic Academy. That's
No,
the more
I-
famous one.
No, I went to BADA.
cool.
Barda, that's really expensive to get in. I didn't have a chance.
Yeah, I certainly not. I tried to go to school for a mall Santa. My parents said they will not send me to school to make this career happen.
Those school programs are still developing. I do believe in 10 years, those you could get a BFA in Mall Santa, but not right
Totally.
now.
No, right.
No, it doesn't happen for people like us over here. So, but thanks.
Have
You
you?
live with your parents?
Do I live with my parents?
Yeah,
Yeah, I do. I do live with my parents. It's been really, really fun.
that's nice.
I love my parents. They're my best friends.
That's
That is
great.
so sweet.
That's very
Yeah.
sweet. I still live with my mom.
Really?
Yeah, she's given me all of her old stuff. This was my mom's back in the 80s.
Wow.
And this was my mom's back in the 70s.
Wow.
It looks like it hasn't moved in years.
So she puts it on a cone overnight, and it just sits on the shelf. And when I take it off, it's perfect.
Yeah, your hat, for the listeners, you can't see it at all.
It doesn't bend.
It doesn't
Ooh,
bend.
Don't touch.
I won't touch.
Don't touch.
It's a
completely
perfect
firm.
triangle, very pointy at the
Completely
top.
Yeah,
It
I was
looks
hoping
like-
that it would get me my gig at the Americana, but they just won't take my
Yeah.
tape.
Let's talk about the first time you put on the suit.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
wow.
It's a feeling
Oh,
you'll
yes.
never forget.
I'd love to hear from you, Mr. Lanyard.
Yeah, Mr. Lanyard.
Yes, of course. Well, I would imagine I had the same experience as a lot of you. I
Like
went to
what?
the store.
Not
We
wrong.
all know the name of it. And I put
Yep.
on the coat, and I said, wow, I guess I do look like Santa Claus. And then I walked into my job that I was hired to do, and I sat right down there, and then the kids lined up, and then we took photos. That's all that happened. Everything was completely just like how your experience went.
That is exactly how my experience went.
Yeah, mine
so,
as well, actually.
But you
Very
said it in a
similar.
way that made me doubtful.
Yeah,
Whatever do you mean?
because you forgot the pants
Yeah.
and the boots.
Oh,
You were wearing pants, right?
I hope you
well,
were wearing
of
pants.
course I was. I was wearing the normal thing that everyone was wearing.
The pants?
Okay, fine. I have a confession to make.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Here we
God.
go.
I'm
Goes out
not
left
the
field.
real Matt Lanyard.
What?
What?
I assumed Matt Lanyard's identity because my name is Santa Claus.
Oh. Whoa, that took a
Oh.
turn.
Whoa, whoa.
I'm sorry.
Wait a
What?
second. Wait a second.
Are you serious?
I ran into. Please, this isn't being recorded, right?
No, I don't think
I don't
so.
think it is.
I ran into some trouble up there. And long story short, I need some place to be for a while.
What was the trouble that
Yeah.
you ran?
Under the radar. Oh, you know, bureaucratic nonsense, this, administrative fuck up, that. Some people don't exist anymore.
Wait.
This is the North Pole that you ran from?
This is the North Pole. I ran down there. Sledded down there. Lost the reindeer in a normal way.
And
Santa.
now, in order to run
You
from
seem
being
exhausted.
Santa, in order to run from being Santa, you are now playing Santa.
It's an unbreakable curse. I wish there was another way.
It's all you're qualified
But
for.
this is the only thing I can do to maintain to not arouse suspicion.
Former Mr. Lanyard, can you look me in the eyes and tell me you're Santa? You really are Santa?
Yes.
Yeah,
It's
kid.
obvious.
I'm sorry.
I'm-
Are you impressed?
I am. I'm a huge fan.
I also didn't expect you to look like this.
Yeah, I'm a little peeved, to be
What?
honest.
I'm happy
Why?
you're here.
In what way do you think I look different than Santa Claus?
Well, I feel like, you can now take off the white beard and the white wig that you're wearing and show us what you really look like.
Well, I've never done that before. I guess. Okay, here we go.
Oh.
Unbutton this and unlatch
Oh,
this
wow.
and
It's
Oh,
a,
it
it's
really
a white
is.
beard. There's a white beard under there.
Look,
yeah, well, that's what I look like.
Wow.
it's like you took your
Oh.
chin off, and under it was
It's
another
just-
chin and a beard.
Oh my God.
You know, people do have real beards, right? Do you guys
Ugh.
understand that? Some men actually do
So
have white
jealous.
beards.
Yes,
I'm
he
sure
does.
you
He's
actually get
19-year-old.
that.
This
So,
is a real
I
beard.
have a real question that I've been dying to ask. Are you and Mrs. Claus, are you guys together?
Open? Yes.
Oh.
You're open? You're poly?
Yes, we are poly. Well, I don't know if she'll take me back, but at the time before the incident, we were open. We were running around. We were on what's that website?
Unicorn.
eHarmony?
Field?
Yeah, Field, but we called it.
Something
You
winter.
must be on field.
Yes, it'll come to me. We
Oh, were
called
you
it
on-
something Christmas.
Were you on Christmas Field?
Yes, that's what it was. It was Christmas Field.
Oh,
I love when apps have Christmas versions.
Yes,
Christmas
It's
Field.
sort of a play on words because the normal one is Field. But this one is Christmas field.
And all the pictures that you submit are Christmas themed, correct?
Well, they have to be. They kick you off and they label you, and you're banned forever. If you post anything from the summer or some other season, it gets you a permanent suspension, because that's not what they are looking for. Polyamorous couples, specifically who deliver presents on Christmas.
That's why I can't get on there.
I should really check that out.
Well, and it's funny because
Polyamorous? Too?
I'm interested in it. I love delivering presents.
a lot of acronyms on Christmas Field. You got to be careful. I've been on there every now and then. BDSM stands for Bells, Deck the Halls, Santa
and Mary.
Mary. And Mary from
And
Jesus.
Mary, not Mary, Mary.
Oh, Mary.
Mary.
M-E-R-R-Y, yeah.
Yes, and if you're not into that, it can be a shock when you're not expecting it.
I'm freaking out that I'm meeting
is
Santa Claus.
fan-
I'm
Fantastic.
sorry, I
Yeah.
didn't
Lucky
mean to
kid.
make this all about me. Look,
It's
I
wonderful.
feel I can wipe my brow for the first time in 3 weeks since I slipped into
Yeah,
this
wipe it.
identity.
Well, and now we get a lovely perspective of the difference between real Santa and
Exactly.
a mall Santa.
Exactly.
Well,
Well,
it's
yes.
blowing my mind a bit that the person I clock in as is you.
Right here. It's
there.
like
Starstruck.
Michael Jackson impersonators sitting down with the Michael Jackson after he's faked his death.
And you know what? Maybe I can dispel some of the myths that the mall Santas are perpetuating. Because, well, I would say, number one, the lap thing. I don't do that.
Oh,
I
what?
actually,
What?
due to the magic that allows me to live forever, I physically don't have a lap. When I sit down, nothing happens. Nothing's there.
So
So
it's a
where do the
mall
kids
thing.
sit?
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. They can't.
But
They get bounced off like a force field.
so when you sit down, you don't have a lap. So I think a lap is a physical part of someone's body. What's going on
It's
between
just a hole?
your knees?
I think they
and
Yes,
explained it
when
pretty
your
well.
leg-
It's
when
a
your legs
force field they
fold.
bounce off of.
It's a force field. I don't know. There's something with the immortality. You'll have to ask our resident scientist. He's very busy up there
What's
trying to
his
figure
name?
out. His name is Candy Cane, Dr. Candy Cane, and
Oh,
he
of course.
is tearing his hair out trying to figure out how I exist.
He has hair?
You have quite literally rocked this round table to
This
its
is
core.
insanity. So what do you think about a woman Santa? Just
This is a good
throw it out
question.
there.
Let's talk about
Well, okay. I mean, hey, listen, sweetie.
oh, wow.
Oh.
Did that? Oh,
it.
the lights
Oh,
went
okay,
out.
we're good.
We're good now. Go.
Sorry, the weather.
Your immortal powers.
Yeah.
Understood.
Listen, I mean, sure, maybe there's. I just think that women and men are pretty different.
So girls can't do this gig?
Well, I'm not saying they can't. I'm just saying, why would you want to? I'm sure you have a husband at home who
Nope, totally
needs
single.
milk
I
and
live
cookies.
with my mom.
You live with your mom.
Yep, and the whole house is filled with hats.
Santa
Santa hats and polished boots.
Can I say,
Well-
I think it's a safety issue. Because what if the younger kids are on your lap and they smell a little milk in the titty? What if they...
I don't have milk in the titty because I'm not pregnant.
But my God, these kids can so quickly switch to breastfeeding. And that's why I think...
do you think
God,
they'd latch?
You think the kids are switching?
Yeah.
Well, I hope they wouldn't latch. I don't have any areas that are open. Again, my mom didn't leave any areas open for latching.
I don't... You'd be surprised. Latching could happen.
Did they latch onto you, sir?
No, I have no milk up there.
I've had a couple kids latch.
Oh, no.
Ho, 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 and it is an awkward conversation, but it's all fun.
As the real Santa Claus, I feel like I should clarify this shouldn't happen. That there's no basis for this happening. That's never been part of my deal.
Well, that's interesting. This is where we,
Where we differ.
this is where it differs, because I've had a couple kids latch or two.
When
Do you
I
guys
when I was drafted to Bakersfield, the kids would come mouths open, ready to latch
Oh.
because the last Santa,
Oh, my God.
promoted latching, and so they had to retrain.
female?
I didn't get used to it. No, it wasn't a female.
No, it's not a female. Believe me, I would have known. I would have jumped on
It
that.
was not. It was a man, and that man actually ended up going on to be arrested.
A
But
monster.
he had conditioned the whole community into
Yeah.
thinking that's what Santa did, and
Yeah.
and they would write letters into Santa, and you maybe got some of these Santa from the kids in Bakersfield saying, "I want some teeth
Yeah,
gems.
you know,
I want some
they-
tooth gems
so
so
they
that
came
I
up
look
to you
good
like
when I'm
this?
latching onto you. Yeah.
Tooth jam.
They line up. They look like a bunch of baby
Yeah,
birds.
I didn't know what they were talking about.
They wanted
because,
tooth
again,
gems, little
not
gems
my
to put on their
deal.
teeth.
that
as they
is
open their mouth.
horrifying.
Oh, that's terrible. Those don't come off for a while.
Yeah.
I
Have you
haven't
guys been
lied.
pooped or peed on by the kiddos?
Multiple times.
Yes, me too.
The poop is the hardest part because then you just have to stop the line and you miss your whole lunch break because you got to clean it up. Lunch breaks are important. I get a 15.
Oh, that's good.
I go to Auntie Annie's sometimes, get a nice sweet little pretzel.
You get
Oh, I
one
love
pretzel for a
those.
lunch?
I only get 15 minutes.
And this is and just to
and a voucher for $10.
and just to clarify again, this is every month besides the month of December
Yeah.
that you're doing this.
Yeah, I don't do Christmas. Every other month, though.
I want to say I think you are a hero. I really think you're a hero, and I think everybody here is being misogynistic to you.
I agree.
I want to stand up and I want to say I want to champion a female Santa Claus. If you were a woman, I would prefer that.
You would prefer me to be a woman.
Yeah.
Son, what right? You're 19 years old. I was gifting you presents a mere 2 years ago, and you have the nerve to tell me who should and shouldn't be a woman?
You know what? Can I be honest with you, Santa?
Don't fuck up your present shit.
No, you know what? I'm
no.
standing up for you. I'm a hero.
I'm holding
Okay.
a bike.
Listen to
thought
me.
I
I'm dangling, and the bike could easily go to some other fucking kid.
Hold on a minute.
Am I the hero?
You are my hero, and to be a hero for you, I'm standing up for my hero.
Okay.
Let
What
me
an
tell you what.
ally.
The reason I wanted to become a Santa not because it's the only job I can work. I could work for Salvation Army as a Santa. I could work. I
You
could
don't want that gig.
I could work and sell newspapers. I look like a guy who sells newspapers with this
I don't
beard
think
in my
that
body.
happens anymore.
Okay, I'm trying to defend you.
Sorry. Oh, yes.
But what I will tell you is that I started becoming a Santa because the gifts you started giving me were not good. And if I could help with that, I could fix that. I'm sorry. I was
okay.
excited to see you and I'm happy to see you because I'm trying to be you, but I actually am trying to be better than you because you're the past
Wow.
and I want to be the future of Santas.
Yeah.
Wow.
You're a hero.
Thank you.
Have you ever thought about being a
Shots
Sa-
fired.
Have you ever thought about doing Santa work at the hospital? Because you seem like you have a good knack for it. 'Cause
I'm not interested. No.
Those Santas are the hardest working. I'll say it's the
They
mall
are.
Santas and then the hospital.
I just don't like the air in the hospital.
Yeah,
it makes my
it's
nose feel
really-
weird.
It's stuffy in there.
Yeah.
Also, their outfits are just not pristine. They barely wash their boots or shine them at the hospital.
Yeah. You talking about the nurses?
Do you ever go visit hospitals? It's real Santa?
No, it just now is crossing my mind that that's something I could be doing.
yes.
I think it could be a good thing
So you
for
don't
me
drop
right
off
now.
presents at a hospital?
You missed the
No,
hospital.
I don't like the way it feels in there.
Yeah,
It gives
totally
me
agree.
the ick.
Oh, and but what you said is their Santa suits are bad. I mean, at the
Oh, they're
Grove,
total messes.
I'm in Alexander McQueen.
Yeah. And it's frightening.
What kind of salary do you have?
It is. I mean, Alexander McQueen is a very intense designer. You've
And
got
very
studs
yes.
everywhere.
I'm
Very
direct.
strange,
Big
yeah.
sleeves.
And
Yes.
you work in the Alexander McQueen every once in a while, right? You'll sit there and
Oh, that's what they have me in the Alexander McQueen. But then
The flagship store at the
yes,
Grove.
yes, and every once in a while we'll do a Barnes and Noble day where my Santa hat says "Go read," and we'll do a promo with Barnes and Noble.
That hat's all leather, correct? And you have a leather cape usually. with
Oh
that
yes, the
outfit?
McQueen.
If you'd ever want to throw it my way just for maybe one of my submission tapes, let me know.
Sure.
Okay.
Great.
My
Yeah,
God,
I did
the
a good job.
eagerness.
Yeah. Great.
Can I ask you guys something? Why do you want to do this? You know, what is the thing that drives you to imitate me instead of being yourselves? What is it you think about me that would make you want to do this?
well, I'll start. I am utterly confused. I was not ready for this. I was expecting
Yeah, this feels like some viral video, like when Adele sang for all the Adele impersonators. I feel
this
like
is
we've
insane.
been bamboozled.
I'm sitting
It's
next
really-
to the real Santa Claus.
It's
The
a
first
page-turner.
woman Santa Claus, the youngest 19-year-old Santa Claus,
Listen,
the
there's nothing wrong
richest
with
Santa
it.
Claus, and then me. I'm just your regular old Santa Claus And I'm also in the Devil's Angels. That's all I do,
The biker gang?
The biker gang.
Hell's Angels? you
Hell's
mean?
Angels?
The
or
devil.
Devil's
We've changed it to the Devil's Angels.
Oh, you did?
See, that's something.
Hell was too generic.
Yeah.
We
The
felt
Devil's
it was
Angels.
being co-opted, so we took it.
Are you guys vaccinated?
Yes.
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 Of course.
Santa.
For what?
Santa. Santa.
Oh,
Santa.
did you miss that? You missed the whole.
Why? What? Did I miss something? What?
Santa, you.
Well, I got polio. I got the polio vaccine.
Oh
What
my
year
God.
is it in the North
Sorry,
Pole?
you got polio and then you got the polio vaccine, or you just got the vaccine?
Well, yeah, you get polio and then you go. I went. Oh no, I have polio. So I went down to the States and I got a polio.
Can I ask
vaccine.
you something? Did Balto the dog deliver that to you up in the North Pole?
Who the fuck is that?
Santa,
Oh my
you-
God, it's all a mess.
You really need to get vaccinated. You are actually legitimately the textbook definition of a super spreader.
If you got polio not too long ago, I'm really worried about this meeting.
What am I spreading? You guys are all. Listen, I don't know what's going on down here a lot of the time. I can only see into your brains
War.
what presents you want or what
War.
letters you send me. I'm not watching your everyday lives. I
Sorry,
have my own life.
you can see into our brains what presents we want.
Yeah, that should be part of the lore. Then we wouldn't have to waste so much paper.
You should be taken care of by the state's best doctors. You quite literally bring anything to anyone from anywhere.
He doesn't like hospitals, and I don't blame him.
Yeah, well,
you
yeah.
know what
So I'm
hospitals
not
do?
picking up any
No.
germs from the hospital. I'm visiting largely people who are not sick enough to be in a hospital.
Okay.
God. Anyway, I'll say why I thought I do this. I do this job. Because that was your question, right, Santa? Why we do
Yes,
this?
why do this?
Oh, you were gonna answer, but you don't have an answer. Well, I'll answer. I'll
You're
answer.
rich.
I do this as a great way to give back to kids and the community. I've come from a really rough background. I've been in bad situations before, and I find that the innocence is something that we need to protect. And so I'm so happy.
Are you gunning for my job, buddy?
What? No.
You've got some fucking nerve.
Okay, no.
Talking about the innocence of children?
You
That's
don't-
my deal.
Oh, God.
You
Well,
don't-
you asked the question.
You don't know who the fuck I know.
I guess I don't
oh
know
my
what answer
God.
You
I
don't
was
know
looking
who the
for.
fuck I know.
Girl
What?
Santa, what do you
You
do?
guys are.
What are
I
you
am
talking
a
about?
woman.
Yeah, she
I
has a
am
name.
a woman, and I have a name.
What is your name?
Rip Kirby.
Kirby.
Okay.
Okay, Lady Santa, why do you do this?
Oh my gosh.
I do this to encourage other women to start taking roles that we were born to do, like Santa, mailmen, construction workers, and God.
God?
Anyways,
Are you
yeah.
trying to usurp God?
Well, actually, that's
Well-
interesting. I also have got something to admit. I'm sure you also do this. In the off season when I'm not playing Santa, I will, sometimes moonlight as God. I will play God in malls and different places.
I work
around
in the
town.
off season.
Yeah, you're during December.
So when it's December, I go to all the nativity sets and I replace the plastic ones sometimes, and I stand there as God. Just
Wow.
a couple times to get a little to feel like what it's like.
And I've never seen God embodied in a nativity scene.
Well,
are you talking about the star?
I
or are
haven't
you
been to
talking about-
Sherman Oaks a lot.
Are you talking about the baby Jesus himself?
Yeah, the
No, I'm talking about the
Messiah.
guy who's in the back. You've never seen the guy in the back of the nativity scenes?
Waving.
So there's a whole nativity scene. This is hilarious. You guys haven't seen it. There's a whole nativity scene, and then like a couple yards away, there's always a man in the back, and he has to have a movable arm, and that's God.
yeah, that actually does check out. That was what the original
Thank you, Santa.
the birth of Jesus looked like.
Were
You
you
were
there?
there?
Well, yeah, I was
of
there.
course he was. He had polio.
I just, yes.
That doesn't lead to that.
Yes, it does. I know my dates.
Yeah, so in the year, I guess that would be 0 AD.
Yeah.
Yes.
Polio was running rampant, I read.
Polio was running rampant through
You read that?
Mesopotamia.
Mesopotamia.
That's where this happened.
Okay,
I think.
we are very confused about what happened around that time.
Mesopotamia.
But continue with your
That's the
story
first
anyway.
time
The year is 0 AD. The year is 0 after the death of Christ. It's in Mesopotamia.
Don't
and
Mesopotamia.
polio is running rampant.
Don't-
Yeah, well, thank you for setting the scene because
Yeah,
that's
of
what
course.
happened. I heard of a little baby who was about to be born, and I stopped by.
Where was he born?
in the manger,
Mesopotamia.
in the Mesopotamian region.
Continue.
Nice.
Yeah, no, continue.
Look, incredible hummus over there. Anyway, I was.
Oh my God.
What?
my
What? I'm talking about Mesopotamia. All right, I feel like I've said something offensive. Look,
I
You're
can't get
okay.
over the fact that we're here with the real Santa.
And he's this.
And he's
And
this.
he's talking
This.
about
He's
Mesopotamia.
not spreading holiday cheer, he's spreading polio.
Okay, so I want to hear about when you saw Jesus. Though.
okay, look, I
God.
heard about a baby being born, and that was like sort of there wasn't a lot to do back then. So if you heard of a baby being born, you go, oh, okay, I'd like to see that. So I did go over to the manger, and I was kind of just hanging out in the back. I didn't get in any of the photos, which is why you don't see me in a lot of the lore.
Oh, that makes sense.
But right as this baby was born, I was sort of hit with this awesome idea for a holiday. And I was like, okay, I think there's something here. I have a kernel of an idea. So I went to the North Pole and I started working on it. I started sketching out ideas for the holiday.
Wow.
Before it was called Tree Night. And
Oh.
there were a lot of names that were thrown out that didn't work. There were Tree Night, Present Day,
Present day.
yeah.
Present
That's,
day.
that's
day.
very confusing.
That would
for
be
present
Oh,
day.
that's fun because it's like, is it present day or present day? Like gift.
Like last year's
Yeah.
present day.
Yeah.
So that's very interesting.
Double meaning.
This is very interesting to know. The birth of Jesus Christ gave you the idea for Christmas.
it did.
So
yeah.
you weren't in the North Pole or Santa Claus before that.
Yeah. No, I was named Santa Claus.
Oh, a classic name for that region.
You know, Santa, I actually came up with a holiday at my school. We did Hawaiian shirt Fridays at my high school. And I came up with that. Every April, we'd wear a Hawaiian shirt on the third Friday.
Oh, that's cute.
That's very
Yeah.
similar.
So I feel like,
To
you know,
this story.
I love making holidays too.
Yeah. Well, I mean, keep at it. That sounds like something.
Thanks so much.
Sounds like it could be something.
Thanks, guys.
So you want to do that holiday every month? You want to make it a monthly holiday in the States?
Yeah, I guess that would be awesome if people were interested in it. Go to HawaiianShirtFriday.net
Oh.
/contact, and you can email me if you're interested.
Dot
It's already
net.
been made.
Put you
You're
on the mailing
a
list.
whiz on the website.
I am, yeah. It's easy to make a website
I'd
nowadays.
love you to help me with my reel.
Yeah.
Santa
What do you
reel.
have in your reel so far?
It's just me walking down a hill. And
No, this is good.
It's
No,
also
no, this is good.
It's
They
also
need
to have
see
a
you
body
going
shot.
downhill.
it's also
Very important for Santa.
They
They
do.
always hire off.
No, this is so good.
it's also me.
always how you walk down
It's
a hill.
also me. I have this little patch of fake snow in the back of my mom's house, and I walk down it, and then I slip and go, ho, 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 and then she throws a kid at me, and I hold it.
Yes,
That's a
good,
quick.
good.
That's a quick edit.
Who's the kid?
It's our neighbor friend.
Well,
He doesn't
careful.
mind being
Safety
thrown around.
issue. You don't want that kid to latch.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the latching.
So what did you do for your monologue?
I did something from 13 going on 30.
Oh.
Classic place for monologue.
Love that movie.
And
What
just
was it?
because
What was the monologue?
it was, that part where
Will you
she's
do it?
yeah. Oh wow. I'm becoming someone new, someone I didn't expect. My body's changing and so is my heart. I'm mature and I'm an adult. And I still have a crush on a lot of boys.
Tell me you
Let's
didn't do
dance.
this. Tell me you didn't
I
do
did this exact. I think
for
this
the-
one's better actually.
Oh my God.
I got notes from my mom and she said it was fabulous.
Okay, I never give tips to people, okay, because I am exhausted and don't have time. But I'm going to give you a tip right now. If you're going to go in front of the Grove casting office or the Americana,
Yeah.
you cannot do that monologue, okay?
Can I interrupt for a moment?
Oh, yes, Santa.
Maybe you can't do that monologue for the Grove or the Americana, but you can sure as hell do it for me.
That sounds
What?
weird.
Because
Just
on,
for you
what?
alone,
Just for you
I wouldn't do that.
In
I
a
wouldn't
room,
do
just
that.
no,
us.
what
Sounds
I'm
like an
trying to
opportunity.
say is, I think you've changed my mind on female Santas.
What?
Wow!
Yes, please.
I knew 13
please
going on
explain
30
how.
was going to work out.
That's
Yeah.
my favorite movie.
I was
Really?
she was pretty in pink, and then I thought, no.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you've really got something. I would be happy to put your name in at any mall in America. Let me tell
Seriously?
you that.
Wow.
Yeah. You know what?
Americana?
I could do the Americana. Yeah.
Oh, she's coming for my job.
Rick Caruso is a good friend.
No.
I'll call him up.
I believe that.
I will say, I think though, if somebody received that letter, it would seem like fake. It would seem like hire this person, love Santa Claus, feels like you wrote it. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm
You
gonna
think
say.
so?
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel a little overlooked here as someone who's been working at the Grove. You think a letter of recommendation from Santa's gonna do you
What did it
anything?
take you to get there?
Yeah, it sounds like you're near retirement.
I had to give blowjob after blowjob.
Oh.
Okay.
Wait a second.
Oh.
I did how we always did it back in the day. I slept my way to the top.
I wish I knew who I could have slept with. I would have loved to get to the top
It's not
quicker.
like that anymore, honey. They want to see you walk downhill. So good thing you have that in your reel.
It is. It's the beginning shot and the end shot.
Yet again, I am absolutely flabbergasted. This is not the round table conversation I expected to show up for, but I am learning a lot.
Can
so.
I ask, what do you do 11 months out of the year?
We run a meth train basically from New Mexico all the way up to northern Canada.
Okay, and kid, what do you do 11 months out of the year?
Well, I'm trying to get Hawaiian Shirt Friday going. That's taking up a lot of my
Okay,
time.
that takes up a lot of time.
It's taking up a
Definitely
lot of my time.
Pretty big.
And then I also, when it's not Santa Claus season, I work at a Marshall's.
Doing what?
Just folding clothes and closing up and opening up in the mornings. I have to clean up sometimes if somebody knocks over one of the jugs of juices we sell.
Are
Oh.
those jugs of juices old? 'Cause
Yeah.
They all feel very expired to me, and
The
I never
juice
get
jugs.
them.
Here's a little tip. Don't get the juice jugs
Okay.
at Marshall's.
At the clothing store Marshalls.
Don't get
tip.
What a good tip.
What about the body lotion? Sometimes it's already hardened when I open it.
That means it's working.
Oh, good to
So
know.
you get the harder the lotion, the newer it is, and then the softer it is, the older it is. At
Oh.
Marshall, this is a Marshall's secret.
Oh, I've been doing it wrong.
I love. If I could do Marshalls full time, I could, but I'm freelance there right now, so they need to take a month off every
You're
11
freelance.
months.
Oh, so that they don't have to pay you health insurance.
Yes.
So you're not getting health insurance either?
No, I'm not. I don't need it. I'm on my mom and dad's.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
you know,
lucky.
I keep on forgetting you're 19.
I'm 19.
Even though
Yeah.
But I do need health insurance to be clear. I have a lot of problems.
What's going on
Okay.
with you?
I sunburn so easily it turns into a really, really hard burn.
Oh, God.
That
Yeah.
is awful.
That
You
sounds
definitely
terrible.
need health insurance for
You should
that.
get some
They
SPF.
will help you with that.
You should get some SPF at Marshall's and maybe some aloe vera.
So
Don't
years
use aloe
ago,
vera. The government wants us to use that, and I won't use it.
years ago, they accidentally switched the sunscreen and mayonnaise at the factory, and they never fixed it at Marshall's.
Wait, where's the factory?
The factory, it's in Senegal.
Oh,
Yeah.
I would love to check that out.
Wow.
Sounds like a fun road
we know
trip.
kind of what you do year round, and and you're off here. You're pretending to be God.
God.
Is there anything else that you do?
Well, I hang out with my mom. We hang out. We cook different dishes every week. I take a turn. She takes a turn. Sometimes I enjoy a casserole. Sometimes she does a minestrone soup.
I'm sorry, it's freaking me out how well adjusted you are. I don't know anyone like this anymore.
Well, I was homeschooled, and my mom was a single
Oh.
mom, and I never really left the house that much, except for hanging out with the neighbor kid who's in my reel. And then, I started baking bread, which has been really fun. And my mom's my best friend, and she's kind of the only person that I talk to. This is the most social activity I've had in a really long time, besides the kids.
You're doing great, Rip.
Thank you so much.
I feel like this sit down really did a lot for each one of us.
Well, yeah, we got to meet real Santa Claus.
Yes, and
Well, what do you do year round
Yeah.
when you're not being Santa?
oh, I take baths and I count.
Count to what?
Yes,
Are you
count to
counting
what?
cats?
What do
Oh,
you
you're
count
counting your
to,
money?
and where do you count?
I love to count. I love to count.
What's the biggest number you ever got up to?
Oh, the biggest 152,000.
152,000.
That's a lot.
152,000.
152,000. And how long did that take you to get up to?
Oh, it was a big Monday.
I know how you got to 152,000 because that's not a real number. It was because I gave you that faulty abacus 40 years ago.
Oh, and it changed my life.
Santa, can I ask what you're doing year-round? Because I know December 25th is definitely your day. But what does old Saint Nick get up to?
Oh, we do a lot of reindeer racing. I watch Love Island. I love that show.
That's fun.
Oh, that's fun.
That's good for you.
And to be frank, occasionally killing the elves for sport, which is kind of why I'm here.
What the fuck?
The North Pole cops are after me. They're after me hard, and they're after me for real this
You
time.
know, I've been wanting to ask you about that sparkly candy cane ankle bracelet you have on.
Yes, well, each charm, it's like a Pandora bracelet. Each charm is for an elf I've hunted.
Why did you hunt the elves? Did they do something naughty?
Well, sometimes people do things for no reason at all.
I hear you on that.
Sometimes
I have no
sometimes
idea
you don't
what
know
that's
why
like.
you've done something. You just wake up in the morning and you've done it.
Yeah.
And you can't, and you have to live with yourself forever.
Guys, I have a confession. to make.
Okay, I can
What-
feel it.
What's the confession?
There's no Hawaiian Shirt Friday website. I lied about that.
I know, son.
What? Why would you ever lie about something like that? You made a website.
I wanted to impress Santa. I've been going back and forth between liking him and wanting to stand up to him. I feel like you're like my dad. I want to impress you, and I also hate you, kind of, and I also want to be better than you, but I want to be you overall.
And let me tell you something. I can smell that on you.
Yeah.
And so, why don't you take a couple of years, work on yourself,
Okay.
work on your craft. Maybe take a break from the mall. Maybe take a break from trying to be me, from trying to fix me. You can't fix this.
Don't do that.
Oh, I have a confession to make.
What?
I didn't work hard for my position.
Yeah.
My dad is Grove Glenny.
Grove
Grove
Glenny.
Oh,
Glenny.
Glenny.
So that means you can contact him for me.
The owner of the Grove, and that's how I got this job.
After his first
Yeah.
Right.
What a
Rick
cool
Caruso
name.
sold the Grove to
Grove.
Glenny.
Glenny.
And that's my father, and that's how I have this job.
I have been trying to email Mr. Glenny for years. Do you think that you could forward?
Sure. It's
Okay.
time I finally use my nepotism for some good.
Which is to help
1,
me?
2, 3,
Oh, okay, to
Oh,
count.
there we go.
5,
Okay.
6,
Okay.
7.
This has
8.
been Artists on Artists on Artists on Artists. Answer the question, now that's why we call it showbiz. Good night.